evil. Stop Rita and all her menacing monsters.
From destroying our planet Earth.
Power Rangers!
Hello and welcome to some Evil Clown Slayer content. Thanks for joining me. Today I wanted to talk about the new upcoming McFarlane release. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this. If not, check it out. They just recently posted that they're going to be doing a World Eater Corn Berserker, an Ultramarine Terminator, which I'm pumped about, and then a Space Wolf, look like just a tactical squad guy. So that led me to think, we've seen quite a few chapters now. We got 4 in front of us. These are all as far as I know, all the painted McFarlane figures you can buy currently that are Space Marine specific. And then we got the Space Wolf coming up. So maybe think, what's coming next? If you're into this Warhammer thing, you understand that there are dozens, if not hundreds, of different chapters out there. And we've only seen, again, 4, and we got 5 coming up after this Space Wolf was released. So I kind of did some thinking and a small amount of research. So I wanted to explain what I think is going to come next and why. So let's get into it. So some of the obvious choices might be what's popular. As far as some of the popular chapters that are out there. Some of the ones you're regularly seeing on box art or books, hear them in the lore quite often. Like I said, I love some Black Templars. You see them everywhere, all over a lot of the art. Grey Knights, another pretty popular chapter. Crimson Fists, they were on some of the original, from what I remember, I grew up on, the original Space Marine Codex. Used to love that little art. Again, we got Death Watch, which was sweet. A lot of people love those that chapter. A mix of everybody. Blood Ravens, there was a couple of video games out with Blood Ravens. And I'm not sure if they're quite canon, but sweet, again, popular chapter, at least of late. Minotaurs, again, come up in a lot of cool stories, some lore videos and everything like that. And then Lamenters, again, I think they squared off against the Minotaurs and got their butts kicked, but again, they were in some of the more recent books and stories that are out there. So those are all choices, or possibilities, but let's take a second look at what we have in front of us. We got the Ultramarines, Blood Angels, Dark Angels, and Raven Guard. For those of you that are familiar with Warhammer, you'll start to realize that these are all first founding chapters. So these were all the original from the original legions. When back Warhammer 30K, when the Emperor decided to conquer the galaxy, or take it over, or reclaim it, there was 20 20 legions created, each with a Primarch. 2 of those Primarchs and chapters disappeared, and that left us with 18 total legions, each of them with a Primarch. Now, knowing your history, about half of those turned traitor, so those are kind of off the table now. We're not going to see any of those, I don't think. These are all 40K era characters. So that leaves us with about 9 choices. And then we have 4 of them in front of us, and a 5th one on the way with that Space Wolf. So that leads us down, it narrows it down to about 4 different chapters that are left over. Or I said legions chapters. I think again, with the way that McFarlane's been doing it, it's going to be one of these 4 coming up. So that leaves us with the White Scars, the Imperial Fists, Iron Hands, or the Salamanders. So if you do a quick Google search, what are the most popular Space Marine chapters? You see Ultramarines, which is number 1. That's right in front of us. Blood Angels, again in front of us. Space Wolves will soon to be in front of us. Dark Angels in front of us. Imperial Fist, not there yet. Salamanders, not there yet. Black Templars, not there. And then Iron Hands, again, not there. So I'm kind of focusing in on these bottom 4 here, because we don't have them yet. I'm going to kind of write off Black Templars right away. Black and White Legion, very similar to the Raven Guard that they already have, plus it's not the first founding or the first Legion style. So again, if we're sticking with those original 9, we're assuming they're out. Back to it, them looking similar. Iron Hands is another black, all black army. They could go that route, but again, they already got the Blood Raven. I think it's gonna be it would be too similar in my opinion, at least for them to do it next. Just having another all black Space Marine with a metal hand is, again, it just too similar to what we have in front of us already. So I'm thinking it's going to be down to the Imperial Fists or the Salamanders. Sorry, White Scars, you're just not on the list. You haven't made the cut. So narrowing it down. So again, we're down to Salamanders or Imperial Fist. Now, you could go with Salamanders. I could see them going that route. But again, that's a green army, kind of similar to the Dark Angel in front of us. I think what's going to pop more in this lineup is if they went Imperial Fist. And I do think that's where they're going to go. And one of the reasons I think that, if you're following, I know I hate to bring up another toy manufacturer at this point, but Joy Toy just got done announcing Rogel Dorn, who's coming out, and he's going to be out in a few months. So I'm guessing, for whatever reason, that's the first quote-unquote Horus Heresy Primarch they're releasing. I get the feeling that Games Workshop wants the Imperial Fists to kind of be in the spotlight for some reason. So I think they're given the okay to use that Primarch first. Here's another reason, too. Left me. But regardless, I think it'll be an Imperial Fist next. Now, we figured out, if we assume that's the case, now what's it going to be? Is it going to be another tactical Marine guy? It could be. It could also be a Terminator, because we do have a mold for a Terminator already. Now, between the two, I'm kind of thinking they're going to go the Terminator route. And here's why. Again, bringing Joy Toy back into the picture. Joy Toy has not released any Terminators other than the Ultramarines and the Blood Angels. So if they want to do something slightly unique, beat Joy Toy on something, because I know Joy Toy is cranking out army after army and tons of figures. McFarlane is not going to be able to keep up with that. But if they want to do something that's different than Joy Toy, you want to get a Imperial Fist Terminator. Again, this is McFarlane's chance to kind of beat him to the punch, in my opinion. So I think that's probably the route they're going to go. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm hoping for, silent, kind of in the back of my mind. Now, I would love to see them do something like having a big storm shield and a hammer, or again, Imperial Fist and maybe a big old power fist and then a storm shield, or something along those lines. Even if they did a tactical squad type guy, giving him one of those shields with a pistol or something like that would be pretty cool. The Imperial Fists are always known as that kind of that defensive masters. Like, they build bases and good luck getting them out. 2 or 3 of their guys will hold down a huge base with just great defense. So that's my guess. Again, assuming McFarlane continues to make Warhammer figures and then they do another Space Marine chapter after the Space Wolves, I'm guessing it'll be Imperial Fist. And again, I'm leaning towards the Terminator. They could still do the tactical type guy like what we have in front of us, or they might do both of them in Imperial Fist armor. I wanted to see what you guys think. Do you guys think that will be next? So first of all, what chapter do you guys think will be next? What chapter would you like to see come next? So I know Imperial Fist might not be everyone's favorite. What would be your next choice? I'd love to see some Grey Knights myself. And then also, what style of Space Marine do you think it should be? Like, obviously, we've seen a ton of these. I keep calling them tactical Marines. I don't know what they're really called. The Primaris have screwed me up. But we have these tactical. It's nice to have the Terminator as an alternative. But maybe we see like an assault guy, a guy with the jump packs. That'd be awesome. Another librarian would be kind of something different, or a chaplain. What do you guys think? What would you guys like to see? Again, for me, seeing this Terminator come next, that is awesome. I'm super excited about the Terminator. that was on my wish list for a long time to see in the McFarlane scale. But cool, give me a like, and give me some comments. What do you guys think? Who do you want to see next? What do you think is going to be next? We'll talk to you later. Evil Clown Slayer out.